Hi, this is Jyoti here. Welcome to Jopat Tech Guru. In today's session, we are going to discuss regarding .NET 7 overview. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and click on the bell icons to get the notifications of my new videos. Please like and share the videos to your friends. So let us start the discussion of .NET 7. So what exactly the .NET 7 is all about? First of all, .NET 7 is the fastest in the entire .NET. Whichever the packages which are introduced by Microsoft, this is considered as one of the fastest way to execute your projects or your programs. So it has over 1,000 performance impacting changes, including the reflection. So reflection, as you might be aware, if you are already working with a .NET, you might be aware that this is entirely the runtime entity or the runtime activity which you are going to track it out. So we are specifically having system.reflection as one of the namespace. So there are noticeable performance improvements for ARM64 devices. .NET 7 provides more control and customization options in system.text.json. So additional control over serialization. So some of these features makes .NET 7 unique. So this particular picture, I have taken it from Microsoft. The source is Microsoft website. So here, as you can see that the .NET Core 3.1 was introduced in December 2019. After this, .NET 5 in November 2020, .NET 6 November 2021, .NET 7 November 2022, and again .NET 8 they are going to introduce in November 2023. So most of these are long-term support. So since almost 3 years, the new versions are getting introduced. As you are already aware, it is entirely one .NET now. We are not getting any sub options over here. Of course, the core is different as well as your .NET 5, .NET 6. Different type of versions are different. So as per the core also, we are having different versions, right? 2.0, 2.1, 3.0, 3.1, like that. We are having different versions. So what are the improvements for your ASP.NET Core with respect to .NET 7? There is improved tool support and a better debugging experience with the Blazor WebAssembly. We call it as WASM. So we are having entire thing as an assembly. So you might be aware about the Blazor framework or Blazor way of creating the projects. So you'll get a better debugging experience with the Blazor. A new low-level .NET or JavaScript interop is available that is independent of the Blazor UI component concept. A mechanism to handle location changing events such as leaving a page is now supported by a navigation manager. We may conveniently notify the user of unsaved work before they leave a page. Suppose if you are working and if you have not saved the work and simply if you are closing the particular file, it is going to give you the notification that you have not saved the work. Additionally, the rate limiting middleware has improved. There is an enable rate limiting attribute that allows rate limiting on an endpoint. While Blazor WebAssembly appears to be the focus of many enhancements, other areas have been improved. So as per the .csproj file is concerned with respect to your ASP.NET Core, we are having one of the standard attribute wherein we are going to give the enable option. So here the rate limiting middleware has been improved and you are able to enable the rate limiting attribute. In SignalR hubs, dependency injection is now possible. We can create better open API specifications by adding summaries and descriptions to basic APIs. ASP.NET Core 7 also has HTTP/2 and HTTP/3 improvements. If you have already worked with the previous versions of ASP.NET Core, you can compare with the .NET 7 or ASP.NET Core 7 that there are so many improvements with respect to HTTP protocols. So with respect to Entity Framework Core 7 comes with performance improvements. Interceptors that have recently been added allow VF Core operations to be modified and suppressed. JSON content can be queried, filtered, and sorted by mapping to JSON columns. So you are having the JavaScript notation. Many of these outputs we used to get it from the web API. So now these can be queried, filtered, or sorted by mapping the JSON columns. We also get a new execute, update, and execute delete methods that allow us to bulk update database rows without loading them into memory first. Support for value objects when using domain-driven design. More customization options for the model building conventions and added support for the stored procedures for insertion, deletion, updation, as well as reading, or we can call it as CRUD operations. So many of the customization options are getting included with respect to the Entity Framework Core 7. Many query improvements like a better translation of group by and group join queries and other general performance improvements are also you are able to get it in Entity Framework Core. So let us see, first of all, how to create a simple application with respect to .NET 7. So first of all, you have to go ahead and install .NET 7. So download .NET 7. Once you open the Microsoft website, you'll be prompted with this particular page in which you are having the SDK as well as ASP.NET Core Runtime and .NET Desktop Runtime 7.0. So as per your Mac OS or Windows or Linux, you can install the software development kits as well as the desktop runtime as well as core runtime. So I have already installed with respect to my Windows. So usually with the Windows 10, 11, you're having x64 or x86 bits. So depending upon your Windows, you can just go ahead and install the things over here. Later on, once you open the Visual Studio, let me just create a simple console application. So I'm choosing this console app. This is the project template, which supports Linux, Mac OS, Windows, console, and C#. I'm not currently choosing console application with the .NET framework. I'm choosing the console application, which is getting supported in different platforms, cross platforms. So here, once you choose this, it is going to ask you, you can give any name. Wherever the location you want to store it, you can store it. The solution name also, if you want, you can change it out. Once you click on next, now it is going to ask you the different versions. As I have already installed .NET 7.0, it is currently showing me .NET 7.0 current. So previous versions are also there. If you want to create with the .NET Core 3.0, 3.1, .NET 5.0, 6.0, all these things are possible. So .NET Core 3.0, this is out of support. .NET 5.0, which is out of support. So current version is .NET 7.0, which is introduced in November first week of 2022. This month itself. So let me create it. So once you create the project, you're getting very minimum files in the project structure. So you can see that with a normal console application, you will get so many different kind of files, properties, references. So within the properties, assembly info.cs file, and within the references, so many standard namespaces. And you are having again the app.config. Later on, you're having the program.cs file. So here we are getting only few things like dependencies, analyzers, frameworks. These things are very much same as your .NET 5 and 6. There is a program.cs currently, which is showing you nothing. Simple console.writeline, hello world. Hello world. So let me just create one of the application. As we have created a simple console application, in the program.cs, currently I'm writing a variable which is holding some XML declaration. So as you can see that if I'm going to take var, which is mainly used to store any kind of data. So here, in this case, I'm storing currently a string. But this is not a normal string. This string contains double quotes, less than, question mark, equal to, like this, many of the different kind of symbols. So if I want to represent that in a normal variable, I can directly store it like this and I can display it. But what about in .NET 6? In .NET 6, we can just proceed with a @ symbol, and this double quotes, we can give 2 double quotes so that during runtime, only 1 double quote will be displayed. So in .NET 7, it is improved and we are able to see this double quotes directly for the particular string. So I don't have to give any kind of @ symbol or any other double quotes like this. So what we can do, we can always give triple double quotes or 3 times double quotes in the starting position as well as in the ending position. This is the improvement in .NET 7 with respect to raw strings. Now I would like to print all these values, value 1, value 2, and value 3. And let me just execute it. First of all, in the design time only, it is just stopping me. It is showing me an error. What is that error? If you move the cursor also, it is going to show you the same error. So in this case, the feature raw string literals is currently in preview and unsupported. So to use the preview features, use the preview language version. So it is telling me that you have to include some preference for your entire application so that it will understand I'm using .NET 7. So how to do that? Just go for edit project file. In this, you try to give language version as preview. Lang version is one of the tag that need to be included inside the property group. So first of all, it is using Microsoft.NET.SDK. Target framework is .NET 7.0. Implicit usings is enabled. Output type is executable file, which is going to get generated. And if you are going to specify language version as preview, so now just to save it and build the solution, this error will be removed. And if you are executing it, you will be able to see the output, that is XML version equal to 1.0 3 times. Because whether it is value 1, value 2, value 3, we are just displaying the same thing. But as per the normal declaration is concerned with respect to the .NET framework, we used to do it like this. In .NET 6, we can proceed it with the @ symbol, or in .NET 7, we can just give 3 double quotes, so that I can see the output like this. One more thing is just click on open folder in the file explorer. You can go to bin and debug folder. You can see .NET 7.0 folder, which is available for you as you have already built it and you have executed your application. And again, here you are getting console application 5.exe as well as your DLL file and .json file, as well as your PDB and one more runtime config.json file. So these all files are going to get generated in the bin debug folder. Specifically with respect to .NET 7, you can see that .NET 7.0 folder is getting created. So hope you have got an idea regarding what exactly the .NET 7 is all about and what are the features and what are the improvements with respect to ASP.NET Core as well as Entity Framework Core. And I have just given you a small example. So in the coming future videos, I will be discussing some more things about the ASP.NET Core as well as ASP.NET Core with 7 or .NET 7 version. Hope this video is useful for everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead. If you have not subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe it. Click on the bell icon to get the notifications of my new videos. Thank you.